You're watching Influencers. I'm Abha.
And I'm Devna. We bring you fresh insights
from impactful people
with impactful content.
Enjoy.
लड़कियां जो है लड़कियों अपने घरों में रहे वो ज़्यादा अच्छा है। ये स्पोर्ट खेल कूद तो लड़कों के खेल हैं और लड़के खेलना चाहिए वो ज़्यादा अच्छा है।
लड़की को चाहिए घर में बढ़िया अपने घर की खाना पीना चौका बर्तन सब ये करे, बच्चों को पाले, उनकी यही एक सभ्यता।
मुझे लगता है जो ऐसा बोलते हैं वो लड़कियों से डरते हैं।
Hey, thanks so much for joining us, Shaana. Lovely having you on Influencers.
Thank you for having me.
So first off, what inspired you to make Ladies First?
It was a Sunday, we were sitting reading the newspapers, and I think it was the year before the Olympics, so they were starting to talk about athletes that had a chance, and there was a story about Deepika. Now I joke because when the Olympics come, I lose my husband. So I become a widow for those couple of weeks. And so he had followed Deepika very closely in 2012, and she'd kind of fallen off the map, and then he read this article and talked about like all the struggles that she had had with the sports federation, with India, and he wanted to be able to give voice to her struggle. And he just turned to me and was like, we should tell her story. And I read the article, and for me, the women's angle really spoke to me, and I was like, yes, we have to do it. From then, we contacted Tata, where she trains, and we got told that if we don't basically go and see her within the next couple of weeks, she was going to be part of the government training camp with the Olympics, and then it would be harder. And my husband heard the word government and was like, no, please, let's quickly go. So from having the idea to filming with her was literally within 2 weeks.
So Deepika's basically had to deal with difficulty at every level: abject poverty, gender discrimination, domestic violence, lack of government infrastructure. So really, her journey is about sport and survival in the same breath.
I think we were, attracted to was more the fact that this is a girl born on the road, went in search of food. She also didn't know what archery was. It wasn't like she had this burning desire or dream to become an archer. Her desire was to be one less burden to her family and was to get food and shelter. And that's what she went in search for at the age of 12. She ended up finding this government hostel that taught tribal sports, and archery was what they were trying out that day. And that's how she discovered it. She didn't realize it was a sport. She didn't know anything about it. So it was this hidden talent that she had that she only discovered because she was in search of survival. She defies all odds. As you said, she's defying the odds of, for gender discrimination, access, sports, infrastructure, training facilities. I mean, you name it, this girl has risen above. I mean, Yuraz always says that if you strip everything away, you could argue that she's literally one of the most talented archers in the world, because she's not come from a community that supports women. She's not come from a community that supports sports or girls playing sports. She's, had to suffer abject poverty. So, I mean, the odds are so stacked against this poor girl. And, she's been to the Olympics twice and she's only 23. So, she has another 2-3 Olympics in her. And in archery especially, you see that most of the girls that are winning are around 28 to 30. That's kind of the age that you notice them really shining. So I think we're going to see a lot more of her.
How did you get inspired to talk about or shoot this sport with this woman, and what kind of impact do you think it's made?
I always say that meeting and getting to know Deepika has been one of the greatest privileges of my life, and I don't say that lightly. She's humbled me. I spent time with her, I got to know her, and this is a feisty, fiery, opinionated, wonderfully sensitive woman. To see how eloquent she is, to see what she stands for, to see her morals, to see how dedicated she is, how she's not afraid of hard work, how she will continue fighting, how she gives back to her family. She's the sole provider. You just can't help feeling almost, oh God, what have I done with my life? Or forget what I've done, just what more I can do. And she inspires you to want to do more. She inspires you to want to be a better person, to give back to society, to help, you know, girls like her and girls all over India.
Does she feel like she would have done better? Because at the end of the day, she
Yeah.
keeps speaking in the documentary of winning a gold. Like there's nothing more.
So she really thought, and we all thought in 2016 she was going to win, maybe not a gold, but definitely a silver. And at that time, before 2016, there was no woman, Indian woman, who had ever won a silver medal at the Olympics. I mean, that in itself is shocking. There's still no woman in India who's won a gold medal. It's a circus, you know? These girls are from small, poor villages. They aren't ever being taught to have that sense of confidence and determination. And you see the stark difference between the girls from, you know, developed countries and underdeveloped countries, and girls where societies help them and make them feel important and thrive. And this is the platform where it all kind of comes crumbling down. And yes, I think if these girls were given mental coaching from a young age, if they were given just that sense that they are worthy, that they deserve to be here, that their communities, I mean, Deepika says in the film, and she's told us so many times, she went off, the villagers were like, suddenly money starts coming in from prizes. And what do they say? Instead of, oh wow, congratulations, they talk behind the back and to say, she must be prostituting herself. That's how she's getting the money. They're not thinking that actually this woman is playing a sport and doing well and doing wonders for our nation. No, it's always, you know, thinking of them in that sort of way. So she has to tackle so many of these things.
What kind of impact did you think that this documentary would make? Do you think it would urge government officials? What kind of message were you trying to bring across with this documentary?
So the list goes on and on. So for us, our aim and objective was always make this film, and girls and boys in rural India will be able to watch this and say, if she can do it, I can do it. Families can look at her parents and say, actually, here's a girl who's the breadwinner. I don't need to keep my girl at home and just get her married. She can not be a cost to the family. She's of value. And I think it's that slow mentality where we wanted more of that change to happen. Yes, the government is going to take its sweet time, and there's enough buzz around, you know, the film, and I think generally now with Khelo India and a lot of these initiatives that there will be change. But working down that bureaucratic system is long. But I think here there's a real ripple effect that can happen.
So I particularly liked the fact that there was that little boy saying that when I grow up, I want to be like her. And also her father saying that every brick of his new home was by money that she had given them, and they were all so proud. And especially in rural India, for boys to want to be like girls is, you know, huge. So kudos to your documentary.
शायद मैं वो एक लड़की हूँ जो इंडिया को ओलंपिक में मेडल लाके दे सकूँ। तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि मेरी स्टोरी से वो सब लड़कियाँ इंस्पायर हों।
Thank you so much for joining us. It was lovely having you on the show.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations on Ladies First. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this interview, please follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
The links are on the bottom of your screen. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. Simply type in influencers and our names and follow us there.
Bye.